Hi, this is Richard Fields with this week's report from the fields. The abundant and comfortable lifestyle to which Americans have become accustomed is a result of the fortuitous combination of an abundance of the four factors of production: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship, to turn the first three factors into widespread wealth. Land encompasses agricultural output, mineral resources, forests, and fresh water, among other things. We have those in abundance, and they're not disappearing soon. The first 3 months of the Trump administration has put the other three factors of production at risk. Labor is a function of the population and demographic makeup of the country. Trump's anti-immigration policies are reducing the number of people in the labor force. And since immigrants tend to be younger, less immigrants leads demographically to an older workforce. Malaise and pessimism among the people, especially younger people, is keeping birth rates down, leading to demographic getting older. Another word for capital is savings, the savings of individuals and the retained earnings of businesses. The reason given for the Trump tariffs is to rebuild America's industrial base. The very lame theory is that tariffs will force foreign companies to build their factories in America if they want to tap the American consumer market. Factory planning and construction take years and sometimes decades to accomplish. Capital, on the other hand, can move almost instantaneously. We're watching it happen. The stock market went into correction immediately after the announcement of the tariffs on quote unquote Liberation Day. Normally, when the stock market swoons, the bond market booms. Not this time. U.S. Treasury bonds sold off along with stocks, pushing interest rates higher. Foreign holders of Treasury debt, most notably Japan and China in the lead, sold off treasuries. Where is the money going? Gold and cash. Foreign central banks are buying gold, and astute investors like Warren Buffett are sitting on record amounts of cash. Capital goes where it's treated best. Under the Trump's tariff regime, that is decidedly not the United States. That leaves the entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are the people that organize the other factors of production. Up until this year, those factors of production were most in abundance in the United States. Silicon Valley, the biotech industry, fracking technology in the oil industry, and many other entrepreneurial activities flourish with the abundance of capital and labor available in the United States. But entrepreneurs without access to capital and labor have nothing to work with. Entrepreneurs can and are expatriating and working from wherever they can get a good Wi-Fi connection. The first time immigration was significantly limited was in the 1920s. The Smoot-Hawley tariffs were implemented in 1930. We all know that the depression that followed in the 1930s did not end for about 25 years, and after a catastrophic world war. Will we, as a country, be wise enough to reverse course on tariffs and immigration policy to avert that result this time around? Will we learn from history or repeat it? The futures of our children and grandchildren hang in the balance. That's this week's report from the fields. I'm Richard Fields. See you again next week.